What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another comic review of me, Wolfie. Today we're going to be taking a look at none other than issue 44 of the IDW Sonic the Hedgehog comic series. I had to check this time to make sure. Nothing went wrong this time, so I actually got it, chat. Lawnmowers. Seriously? I give up. Alright, so if you guys are new to these comic reviews, here's how I normally go. First, I'll tell you what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and then I give it a score. But first, I'm going to tweet it back to an overly dramatic fashion. And I do mean overly dramatic. But before we get to that, you already know what to do, chat. Real quick, scroll down below, hit that like button. Hey, do it. Go down there. Nope. Just hit the like button. I know you can do it. It only takes a second, and it helps me out a ton. Also, while you're down there, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos like this one, and ring the bell to let YouTube know that you want to watch the videos I put out when I put them out. We're almost at 20k subscribers. We're like right there. I know we can hit 20k. We can hit 20k easy. You and me, we can do this. And finally, leave a comment below. I don't care what it is. I don't care. It's a letter, anything, a woo, whatever you want. Put it down there. You can do it now. You can do it later. You can do it after you're done watching the video. When you want to comment on the actual comic itself, doesn't matter to me. Just help me out. Come on, guys. Feed the algorithm. And lastly, this video is brought to you by my... I have to make sure I'm going the right direction. Patron! Thank you guys so very much for becoming patrons. This video is basically paid for by these guys, these cool guys right here. If you'd like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/WerewolfWolfie, and you can get these videos a little bit earlier, as well as some other perks that I'm working on. Thank you guys so very much for your continued support, and without further ado, I now think it is time to get to the dramatic reading of issue 44 of the IDW series. Enjoy! Emeraldville Ruins. You're not going to overpower Tails' death. On that note, your ride is here. So what is to become of us? We're sending you home. What? My Zeti launcher will carry you all back to Lost Hex. Once there, its systems will self-destruct, and your Zeti zappers will deactivate. You'll be stranded on your home world, and the rest of us will be safe from you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Or do. I really don't care. After all we've done, you're showing us mercy? We've already won. That's enough. You know, aside from it being really humbling for you guys. I will make you regret showing restraint. This moment of compassion will be repaid tenfold in violence and misery. This is your fault. If I had destroyed Eggman and Windmill Village, none of this would be happening. Just like I shouldn't have let you convince me to leave Eggman and Windmill Village. Oh hey, Metal. Looks like you're fully repaired, huh? Ah, that life was relaxing. But I'm doing something better. But I'm not going to sacrifice my principles out of fear. You want to cause more trouble? Fine. Waste your time. I'll kick your butt every time. Huh, I can respect that. And with that, all of the Deadly Six are led onto the Zeti launcher, giving one last ominous look at our heroes before the shuttle takes off. The Zeti launcher is en route to Lost Hex, Jewel. Any word from the Chaotix? They missed their last check-in. I don't know if it means they're busy or if something terrible has happened, or... They may not seem all that professional, but they get results. Don't worry, Jewel. If anyone can find Belle, it's them. That said, it wouldn't hurt for me to look too. Be careful out there, Sonic. The Deadly Six crisis may be resolved, but we know Dr. Eggman is up to his old tricks. See Sonic the Hedgehog, issue 36 through 40. And there's no telling what Dr. Starline is planning. I'm Belle. Nice to meet you? Where am I? What's going on? Finally! You have the most obtuse startup routine. Then again, your unorthodox design is precisely why I sought you out. I don't understand. I'm nothing special. I just repair stuff and mess things up. Not always in that order. There's more to you than meets the eye. We both know that. Please don't disassemble me. Perish the thought. You are a unique, incredible, complex piece of art. I wouldn't dare risk damaging you. We may have had a falling out, but I still hold Dr. Eggman's work in high esteem. I wasn't built by Eggman. That's true, to an extent. I suspect you don't know the full story. There's no story to it. Tut-tut, little puppet. Lies will make your nose grow. Dr. Eggman lost his memories after one of his most critical defeats. He took on the persona of Mr. Tinker, a kindly inventor and repairman. So I took him in, and went to great lengths to cure him of that state of mind. with some assistance from Metal Sonic. You turned him into Eggman? Indeed, the only drawback being the loss of Mr. Tinker's alternate design perspective. Dr. Eggman has a certain style to his creations, sometimes minimalist, sometimes eclectic, but always with a central motif. He would never think of developing a puppet like you, nor will he ever do so again. Which is why I need to study your unique— You took my father away from me! Oh! Just then, Starline gets a reading from his computer. Yes! Such passion! Such realistic emotional simulation! Don't you even care? Are you even listening to me? Oh, I do, and I am. Let loose, Belle. Tell me everything. You insensitive jerk! You ruined everything! Less about me, more about you. Dr. Eggman made you while in Windmill Village, didn't he? He was Mr. Tinker. He was kind and sweet and funny, and I loved him so much. I was so happy fixing the toys and rides he made for the children. He began to introduce me to the villagers. They were nervous around me, but willing to give me a chance. Then one day, he vanished. Not long after, Eggman attacked. The metal virus didn't affect me, and I was very alone. Eventually, everyone was cured and came home, but they blamed me. They thought I was an Eggman spy. They broke down and recycled everything Mr. Tinker built, and got mad if I tried to fix anything. So I ran away. I looked for him. I thought maybe if I found him, I could talk to him, make him come back as Mr. Tinker. Instead, I was found by Sonic and Tails. I thought maybe, with their help, I could fix things. Stupendous! Quantifiable metrics on loyalty, familial devotion, and the whole gamut of emotion. A sense of purpose and belonging, rendered in beautiful replicable code. And all of it readily applicable. This will save me months of research. I can directly apply it to them and begin field testing immediately. Why did I even bother? You don't care. Nobody cares. As Belle speaks, one of her locks comes undone, courtesy of an invisible SPO. Keep quiet. We'll escape while he's distracted. And on top of it all, there's Ghost? Wait a minute. You're that detective ninja guy that can turn invisible. Ah, Sawdust.
Oh, for pity's sake. Give it up, Doc! The Chaotix have you surrounded.
Gracious, how did you find me so quickly?
All part of being a good detective.
Yeah, and now we know where your evil lair is. My dear child, you think this modest facility is my headquarters? Well, I did until you laughed like that just now.
Doesn't matter. We're bringing you in and raiding your files. We'll know what you've been up to soon enough.
All the data has been uploaded to my personal cloud server already. There's nothing here for you to inspect. But just to be sure.
Get him!
Should I?
Find cover.
With Starline harnessing the power of the Tricore, he makes his quick escape, but not before turning back to taunt the heroes one last time. Better luck next time, detectives. And Miss Belle, thank you. You've been very helpful. Ah! He's too fast!
Are you okay? Did he hurt you?
He broke my heart.
Like, literally? 'Cause Tails can maybe fix that.
No.
Shh. It's gonna be okay now. I'm here, and you've got friends waiting for you.
Meanwhile, Lost Hex. The Zeti launcher shuttle lands before it begins to self-destruct, leaving the Deadly Six stranded back on Lost Hex. They were true to their word. One of our heroes' many weaknesses. Well, here we are, back home with nothing to show for it.
Man, I don't even feel like breaking anything.
Consider, my pack, that we took on a conquest far greater than any Zeti ever dared undertake. There is honor and glory to be found in that, though our victory was stolen by those rodents by a hair's breadth. But in defeat, there is knowledge. These paltry tricks cannot defeat us again. Lost Hex will not contain us forever. We will return to the world below with a vengeance, wiser, stronger, and even more ruthless than before. Next time, Trial by Fire. And that was issue 44. Guys, this one had some in it, didn't it now? This was pretty emotional for one particular character, and that character was Belle. The main focus I'm going to take away from this comic was about Belle and Starline. Mainly because the first part is just them sending the Zeti back, and the last half is the Zeti returning back home and promising and vowing to return. Oh, and did y'all notice? At the beginning, Zavik says something that once again gets under a character's skin. We saw this in Bad Guys when he talked to Starline, how he got under Starline's skin. He said something that hit a certain note with Sonic, and it was, "You're compassionate. You're too compassionate." And Sonic, for a moment, he thinks about it. He's like, because he's remembering all those things. Everything up to the Metal Virus Saga and beyond was because he let Eggman go. But in this book, I like that he said, "No, I'm not going to go against my principles. This is how I feel. This is how I'll deal with it every time. I'll deal with the consequences of being compassionate. I will not go against my moral code." Good job, Sonic. See? Character writing. We got it. But the real meat of this issue, for me, comes from the dynamic that Starline and Belle had for the tiny moment they were together. It showcased a lot about both of their characters, to me. For example, Belle not knowing the full story of how Eggman became Tinker became Eggman. Sorry, I'm gonna get those confused. But like, if you really think about it, because this one was the first time we actually got Belle's full backstory. Like, normally, it was just like, oh, we assume she wandered away after Mr. Tinker went missing. But now, we get to see the full breadth of what happened after Mr. Tinker got taken away. Like, can you imagine from her perspective, what happened? Like, one night he goes missing, Eggman shows up, how many days later? Attacks the whole place, turns everybody into metal virus zombies, and it's like, afterwards she gets outcasted once they all come back and everybody's cured. They're like, we don't want this thing here. What if it's an Eggman spy? Let's get rid of it. So, like, in that case, I actually kind of felt really bad for Belle, more so than usual. Like, Belle's kind of had a hard time growing up, you know? Growing up, she doesn't grow, she's a non-organic, but you know what I mean. She's had a hard existence up to this point. She actually has emotions, which we can see here. She showed full anger to Starline, obviously Starline being the cause of basically her losing her father figure with Mr. Tinker. Like, he's the main reason she lost that. And the whole catalyst to why everything in her life went wrong. Like, as soon as he shows up, kidnaps Eggman, that's it. That's where everything went downhill for her as far as she's concerned. So it's obvious that she would be very angry at Starline for that. Also, Starline has, like, no regard for, like, how she really feels, like, emotionally. He's just using all that anger and rage and sadness to get data. So it's kind of cruel and cold in a way, like, the way Starline treats Belle. It's more like he's not even caring about what she's saying and more about what she's doing as far as emoting and taking that data for his own creations, which we talked about in the last issue on that video. Don't worry, chat, I know about the two Starline characters. I know. I got it. Check out the last video if you haven't already. But Belle showing, like, a full breadth of emotions. Anger, sadness, and just Starline being like, yes, this is all great data, I love it. And it's like, okay, Starline, like, do you not even care slightly? I guess not. That's why he's a villain, but, like, so he's gonna take the loyalty, the, what did he say here? Let me check real quick. He's got, like, he said a purpose of belonging, devotion. Like, these are key words, chat. I'm thinking these are going to go straight into the, I'm not going to spoil anything for those of you who don't know. I'm just going to call them the two characters coming up. But the two characters are going to have some emotional something in them. I don't know if this means they're going to be overly emotional. It looks, you know, or something could go wrong with this. Either way, he now has the technique to put emotions in the machines. That's something Eggman never really did. So that's something Starline said between the difference between Tinker and Eggman is Tinker took a different approach to how he created things. Belle being a really good proof of that she actually is able to emote. If you notice, most of Eggman's robots don't have that ability to emote like Belle does. Metal Sonic didn't. Orbot and Cubot really don't emote that hard, like that strongly. I'm trying to think of any other creations from Eggman. No, they're all pretty, like, they're pretty much emotionless, cold machines that occasionally, you know, quip and stuff like that. But like, no, Belle is showing full emotion. So Starline got what he needed from her. Belle was like done. Like, can she not have like a nice thing happen to her for once in her life? But I am glad the Chaotix showed up. By the way, the Chaotix showed up quick, didn't they? Like, that was fast. Chaotix, say what you will about them. You may think of them as like a group of jokers, but like, they're pretty efficient. They're able to figure things out real quick. So when they put their minds to something, they can do it. Like, the fact that they found Starline so quick is something else. But I like that even then, afterwards, Vector is trying to like comfort her a little bit. It's nice to see the characters again doing little, human, I say human in this case, human moments where they try to like, console each other. Because Belle's, she's had it rough, man. Like, damn. Can something go right for her? It looks like the next issue, based on the cover preview they showed, it's gonna be a road trip with Amy, Tangle, and Belle, which sounds good, and Jewel. So maybe the road trip is just to clear their head, calm things down a little bit. But I doubt it. Somehow I doubt it. They said there's gonna be a build up to issue 50. There's gonna be some crazy build up. So 6 more away, chat. I can't wait to see what happens. Chat, let me know what you think of this. I'm trying to think, is there anything I didn't like in this book? No! I feel this one was good. It was a good showing of just how cold Starline can be, and just how rough, like, Belle has it right now. It's kind of like a character breakdown in a way, and this is the full backstory for Belle now. There can be no more, what about Belle this, what about Belle that. We now know her full backstory, what her goals were, everything. So yeah, it was cool to see the Chaotix get some play, even though, they didn't catch Starline. He has to escape for the rest of the story to continue. But in the Deadly Six swearing that they'll come back eventually, we shall see. It doesn't seem like they'll be able to escape anytime soon. As far as I'm concerned, that rocket that Tails made broke apart, and I don't think any of the Zeti have the ability to rebuild, or have the intelligence or know-how to rebuild. As far as I know, Zomnom sure doesn't have it. Zor, I don't think he can. Zavik is smart, but he's not, like, computer smart, I don't feel. Not enough to, like, rebuild a rocket. Zaz certainly ain't it. Xena, no. Maybe Zik? I don't think I don't think any of them have the ability to. It would shock me if they did. Because I think the reason a lot of people are going to say, well, they could just escape. No, Lost Hex is pretty high up there, I think they said. That, and it also seems to have, like, its own gravity pull, so they need something to get out of Hex, a rocket. So, we shall see. I have a feeling they'll come into play later in a future saga. But for now, that's the end of this one. What's going to happen next time? We don't know. If you have a hunch, let me know in the comment section below. Did I miss anything? What did you guys think of this overall? By the way, you may notice some lawnmower noises in the recording. Again, there was lawnmowers going off while I was doing the dramatic reading recording, so I apologize for that. But yeah, guys, I'll see y'all in the comments section. Hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe for more comic reviews like this and reaction videos coming your way. In the meantime, guys, wash your hands, wear your mask, get vaccinated, be safe out there, everybody. Wait, I forgot to give it a score. Hang on, let me do that first. I will give this one an 8.2 out of 10. 8.2 out of 10 seems fine for me. Good showing of characters here. Let's see what happens next. Alright, now with that said, now it's time to see y'all next time. Stay tuned.
Perish the thought. You are a unique, incredible, complex piece of art.
Ugh, need water. Again.
Better luck next time, detectives. And Miss Belle?
God damn it, and the lawnmowers are going off.
I hope the mic doesn't pick that up. That's so annoying.